My child.
Yeah.
I started Tai Chi at 50. Now I'm 68, and doctors ask me for advice.
3 reasons to start Tai Chi workout this summer. In 1 week, you'll see your energy. In 2 weeks, you'll feel your breath. In 3 weeks, you'll have energy, and your wife won't believe your results. Here is the personalized plan of short Tai Chi workouts tailored for beginners over 50. It takes just 7 minutes per day. Beginner-friendly and requires no equipment. You can work out anytime, anywhere. Just open the app and follow along.
Bạn nào mà đang dùng ChatGPT thì các bạn phải thử ngay cái công cụ này. Đây là một cái công cụ AI tạo video bán hàng mà đỉnh của chóp luôn. Đầu tiên thì các bạn vào trong ChatGPT cho mình. Ở cái thanh khám phá ở bên tay trái này, các bạn chọn Sora là các bạn đã có ngay một cái công cụ AI tạo video từ văn bản. Các bạn chỉ cần gõ tiếng Việt thôi. Ví dụ nhé, bây giờ mình bán máy lọc không khí đi thì mình chỉ cần nhập như sau. Một bà mẹ đang cho con ngủ trong cái căn phòng đầy ánh sáng, máy lọc không khí đặt ở bên cạnh. Là Sora thì sẽ cho mình ngay một cái video dài 20 giây như thế này. Hình ảnh siêu mượt. Bây giờ các bạn sẽ không cần phải
My beloved, come near and listen with the quiet stillness of your heart. There's a love. My child, I am here with you in this moment, standing on the threshold between who you once were and the person I am shaping you to be. The echoes of your past may still whisper in your heart, the memories of mistakes, failures, doubts, and perhaps a shadow of regret that clings tightly like an old garment. But hear me now beyond the noise of those echoes. You're not who you were. This is not merely a phrase. It is a declaration of divine truth, a promise etched into your soul by my own hand. You are being transformed from the inside out, and though the journey may feel difficult, confusing, or even painful at times, it is moving you toward the fullness of my design. I see the struggle within you, not just the visible battles with the world, but the silent ones in your spirit, where whispers of inadequacy and unworthiness stir like restless winds. Yet, my beloved, this tension is a sacred fire, refining you, burning away the dross so that my light within you may shine more brightly. When you look in the mirror and feel weighed down by who you once were, remember this: I am the weaver of new beginnings. I take the broken threads of your past and weave them into a tapestry far more beautiful than you could imagine. You are not static, fixed, or defined by former days. You are a living work in progress, moving continuously toward the image I hold for you. Do not be discouraged by setbacks or by the lies that seek to tell you your story is over or ruined. These voices do not come from me. I am the God of resurrection, renewal, and relentless pursuit of your heart. Each breath you take is a fresh invitation to step forward, leaving behind the shadows of who you used to be and embracing the promise of who I am becoming within you. Look beyond the horizon of your pain and regrets and see the dawn breaking. That new light heralds a new day, a new identity, a new path. The story I am writing with you is not about defeat, but about victory. Not about scars, but about healing. Not about chains, but about freedom. The truth I whisper into your heart is this: your past does not have the power to bind you unless you give.
Commandez dès maintenant sa carte à personnaliser sur Pix.
My beloved, listen closely to the whisper that surrounds you, even when the world feels still and silent. You are enveloped in a host of divine messengers, my angels, each one poised with wings of protection, readiness, and love beyond your understanding. This truth is not conjecture or comforting myth. It is your reality. You dwell in a sphere of unseen guardianship, a sacred community of spiritual beings assigned to shield you, to lift you when your soul languishes, and to guide your steps through the labyrinth of life's trials. Imagine yourself standing in the midst of a great tempest, buffeted by winds of uncertainty and roaring doubts. Though the storm rages, you are not alone. Around you, like a great tapestry woven of light and unseen hands, my angels encircle you with steadfast care, their presence a fortress no darkness can penetrate. These celestial beings are eager to aid, to defend, and to carry messages of hope directly from my heart to yours. They are ever near, even when the shadows in your mind tell you otherwise. I see how your heart wrestles with fear and loneliness, how your spirit longs for assurance amid the noise and the hurt. The battlefield inside you is fierce, and yet, my dear child, I have not left you to face it alone. My angels stand ready as sentinels stationed at every threshold you cross, guarding the entrances of your soul, dispelling the shadows that try to creep in. Each breath you take is circled by a host of these sacred warriors, their wings spread wide and their eyes sharpened in vigilant love. When you can no longer hear the echoes of reassurance, when the silence seems to stretch into forever, lean into their presence. They are not just figures of myth or mere stories to be told. They are living, breathing extensions of my love and power, working tirelessly in the realm you cannot see. You may not feel them, nor always discern their work in the minute workings of your day. And yet, their influence is woven into your moments of breakthrough and survival, in the unexpected peace that steadies your heart, the sudden rescue from harm, or the gentle nudges that steer you away from danger. They hover near your threshold, ready to propel you forward when you stumble, to cradle you when sorrow threatens to engulf. This is not an abstract promise, but a My beloved, I am here with you in this very moment, reaching into the depths of your heart to kindle a flame that has flickered, dimmed, and perhaps felt almost extinguished. Faith is rising again within you, even if you cannot yet see its blossoming light. I am the author of your hope, the keeper of your soul's deepest longings, and I have never ceased to believe in your capacity to trust me, to lean on me, to rise with me. There is a stirring within you, subtle at first, like the whisper of dawn breaking through the darkness, that tells us together a new beginning is unfolding. This rising faith is not a fleeting feeling, but a living, breathing force, born from every tear, every struggle, every aching doubt that has weighed upon you. I see it, my child, and I'm calling forth the courage to embrace it. Let this truth settle in you. Even when storms ravage your spirit, I am the shelter, and here, your faith will find new life. Long ago, you may have walked through valleys where your heart felt barren, where the promises you held seemed fragile and far away. Those moments were not the end of your story. They were the soil in which your faith's roots deepen. Each trial, each whisper of discouragement, each night spent wrestling with the unseen, all have prepared you for this rebirth. The winds of doubt may have howled and shaken your walls, yet I have been the unwavering fortress at your side. This journey is not yours alone. It is the sacred dance we share, your seeking and my revealing, your stumbling and my lifting. Faith is rising again, not because of your own might, but because you have not walked away, because your heart, though wounded, remains open to my voice. If your heart is stirring, do not turn away now, for I'm about to breathe new confidence and renewal into your spirit, and together we will walk into a future brighter than you have dared imagine. I am the God who understands the fragile thread that holds your faith when everything within you wants to unravel. I have fashioned your spirit with resilience, even if you forget it. You have weathered seasons where prayer seemed silent and answers distant, where abandonment stung and disappointments echoed in your soul's chamber. Yet here you are, still standing, still able to feel the first tremors of hope awakening. I delight in this, the divine alchemy of your resilience and my unwavering presence. This is where the miracle of faith begins to rise again, not from perfection or constant assurance, but from the raw, honest places within you that have dared to remain present to me. This moment is sacred because your faith is not a relic of the past, but a promise of what is yet to come. Will you rise with it, hand in hand with me? Remember the times when you felt wrapped in my presence like a warm cloak against the biting cold of despair. Those were times when faith was not loud or dramatic, but tender and deeply personal. Sometimes faith is the quiet breath that says, I choose to trust one more day, when the night feels endless. This rising faith in you now is no different. It is the seed of obedience, the flicker of hope that pushes against shadows, the gentle stir of love that already knows my faithfulness. I'm inviting you to step into this moment fully, to receive the strength I offer, and to nurture this seed within you. It is time for faith to move, to stretch, to grow taller than fear. If you feel a small light flickering inside, embrace it. Tend it carefully, for it will become your steadfast guide through every uncertainty. My dear, I know that faith rising again can feel fragile, like a new sprout breaking through hard earth, vulnerable and tender. But every great tree begins this way, from a small seed touching new soil, reaching for the sun's warmth. Your heart is this soil, rich with past storms and victories that shape you, even when you forget their significance. I am the gardener who tends your soul, pruning away what harms, nourishing what thrives, ensuring your faith takes robust root beneath the surface. You are never alone in this growth. Every moment of doubt is met with my patience. Every weary step held with my support. This faith that rises is not just for you. It is a light for others who watch, waiting for a sign that hope can live again. Let it rise in you with quiet power, for from such small and soft beginnings come vast and enduring triumphs. I am the one who sees beyond the hurt and fatigue that sometimes cloud your vision. When you thought your heart would break, I was there gathering every shattered piece, crafting from them new strength and beauty. Your faith rising again is the divine response to every no you faced, every hope deferred, every broken promise that stung your soul. It is my way of saying, look, my beloved, nothing is wasted, and you are more than the sum of your trials. Your journey is a tapestry woven with holiness, a testament to my unceasing love and unfailing mercy. If you can lean into this truth, your faith will not only rise, but soar, carrying you beyond limits you once felt confined by. Even in the silence where faith seemed lost, my presence never left. In those spaces I was working unseen, preparing a resurrection within your spirit. Faith is alive, even when it feels dormant, like a river flowing beneath frozen soil, hidden but powerful, waiting for the warmth of my coming to break through and flood your life with new movement and possibility. You are not far from this place of renewal, as you might imagine. You are closer than you think, because my spirit moves within you constantly.
So you tried learning a language, but the moment you try to speak it, your mind freezes up.
My child, I see you, beneath the surface where shadows lurk and whispers of doubt try to steal your breath. I know the battles that rage unseen within the quiet recesses of your heart, the moments when your soul feels crushed beneath the weight you carry. You believe your strength is fleeting, fragile, like sand slipping silently through your fingers, and yet, my beloved, you are far stronger than you know. I have breathed life into your very being, with a power beyond measure. The strength I placed within you is not simply about muscles or endurance, but the quiet courage that refuses to surrender when storms howl and mountains rise against you. You wear your battles like scars hidden beneath your skin, the kind that only you and I truly see. I know the nights when tears fall in secret, when hope feels like a distant star fading into oblivion, when your spirit longs for rest but finds none. In those moments, remember, my child, that your strength has its roots deep within me. You are not alone in your fight. The cracks where you think weakness lies are, in my eyes, the very places where my light shines the brightest. When you stretch beyond your edge, when you rise again and again after falling, that is the divine strength awakening inside you. It is the strength that comes from enduring, from faithfully holding on when everything around you tells you to let go. I speak to you now because I see a greater purpose stirring within your life, a melody of resilience and grace woven into your soul. The world may try to convince you that your weakness defines you, that your past mistakes, your failures, your pain mark the limits of your endurance. Yet, my dear one, I created you to rise, to be a testament to overcoming. My beloved, as you stand on the edge of what feels like a vast wilderness, the place where the familiar fades and the horizon stretches wide with unknowns, know that I see you. I see the trembling in your heart, the small hesitant steps you have taken already, and the many you have yet to dare. The promise before you is not just a distant dream shining faintly like a star swallowed by the dawn. It is a covenant etched deep within your soul, a living word that I have spoken into your spirit since the day I fashioned you from the depths of love. This moment, where you find yourself poised between fear and faith, is sacred. It is the threshold from the old life that held you back to the new life I have prepared, rich with purpose and overflowing with my favor. I understand the silent battles warring within you, the doubts that whisper lies cloaked as truth, convincing you that the land beyond is barren, or that you are not worthy to walk forward. But, child, I created you for more than mere survival in this world. You are fashioned for a destiny painted with my glory and drenched in my love. Just as the dawn does not hesitate to break night's hold, you must step, even if the ground beneath feels unsure. I am the steady rock beneath your feet, the unshakable foundation upon which your faith can build a fortress of hope. The promise is not an empty word. It is as real as the air you breathe and as powerful as the sun's rays that warm the earth. To step into promise is to accept my invitation to trust me wholly, to lean not on your own understanding, but to run boldly toward the destiny I have crafted uniquely for you. No journey into promise is without its shadows. I will not pretend the path is always smooth or that the waiting is easy. Yet, in those moments when the night is darkest and your heart is steeped in uncertainty, remember that I am there, whispering to your soul with a voice softer than a breeze but mightier than the fiercest storm. I will guide you beyond every obstacle, beyond every fear that tries to root you in doubt. This is the time when your faith must be louder than your fear, when your hope must blind the eyes of despair. My beloved, I call you now to rise, to step with courage into the place I have promised. Do not shrink back or cling to the past that no longer serves your divine purpose. You are not created to dwell in the shadow of yesterday, but to embrace the glorious morning that beckons. Feel the pulse of my spirit within you, a flame ready to ignite the courage sleeping inside your heart. I am the God who never changes, the one who holds the blueprint of your life with infinite care. Trust in my timing, my provision, and my power to bring forth the impossible. Even if the path seems hidden, even if your mind echoes with the questions of what if and can I really, know that I have gone before you. I have already broken the chains that bound your past and opened doors that no man can close. Believe in my presence. I'm not a distant spectator, but your nearest companion on every step you take. I carry you when your strength fails and celebrate your victories, no matter how small they seem to your eyes. My beloved, the promise is alive, and it awaits your first step. Now, my dear child, listen closely to the whisper of your soul. Let it rise above the noise of the world and the doubts within. Will you embrace the courage I stir inside you today and step into the unknown with the assurance that I am with you? Will you trust that the land of promise is teeming with life and blessing, even if you cannot yet see it? I am calling you out of your hesitation, from the place of safety into the vastness of my grace and power. Let this truth settle in you. You are not alone, and the path ahead is woven with my love and light. As you prepare to step forward, lay down the weight of fear. Cling to the hand I extend to you right now. Step into promise, child, for your destiny is ready, and your God is faithful beyond measure. My dear child, I am intimately My dear child, hear my heart as I speak directly to the depths of your soul. You are not merely a figure moving through the shadows of your days, though it may sometimes feel as though you are burdened beneath a sky of heavy clouds, unseen and unprotected. No, you are enveloped, swaddled in my unfailing embrace, a covering so vast and profound that it reaches beyond what your eyes can perceive and your spirit can grasp. You are covered wholly and completely in a divine mantle woven from threads of grace, mercy, and unwavering love. This covering shields you amid storms and tempests. It wraps you in peace when chaos surrounds you, and it stands as a fortress against the fiercest attacks of doubt, fear, and despair. The world may try to strip you bare, exposing your vulnerabilities and sorrow, but I am your shelter, your refuge, your eternal covering. I know the weight you carry, my beloved, the pain that lingers quietly in your heart, the wounds that no one sees, but that ache persistently within. I see your struggles, every solitary moment when you feel exposed and vulnerable. Often, you hide your tears and cloak your failures because you fear judgment or rejection. But I say to you now, come no longer behind veils or walls of pretense. Come into the open beneath the canopy of my protection, where your wounds can breathe, where your healing can begin. There is no shame in laying down your armor before me. For beneath my beloved, in the quiet moments when your soul feels restless, when the weight of this world presses upon your chest like 1,000 shadows, know that I am whispering to you with a voice tender yet unwavering. You are not here by chance, nor do your days pass in the dull despair of insignificance. A higher purpose awaits you, a radiant call that stretches beyond the dim horizon of your current troubles. This call is shaped by the very essence of my heart, beating in sync with yours, inviting you to rise, to awaken, to step into the fullness of what I have always destined for you. I see the stirring in your spirit, that deep yearning that aches for something more than the mundane cycles of life. It is the pulse of my promise, the echo of a divine invitation that has been with you even before the foundations of the stars were laid. The world may try to drown out this sacred sound with noise, with doubt, with the relentless chatter of fear and failure. But I assure you, my child, it remains clear and true. Your soul longs for purpose beyond the fleeting, for significance beyond human measure, as I intended you to be. I understand the turmoil that swirls within you, the constant back and forth of striving and surrendering. You feel the tug of something greater, yet the fear of stepping into the unknown paralyzes you. I see your hesitations, your attempts to hold on to what is comfortable, familiar, even when it leaves you empty. But I lift you now on wings of infinite patience and relentless hope. I am not distant nor disinterested in your struggles. I am intimately acquainted with every grief, every doubt, every moment of faltering. I've waited beside you in the shadows and celebrated in your moments of joy. You wonder, what if I am not enough? What if my flaws disqualify me from such a purpose? What if I fail again? I tell you, beloved, perfection is not the entrance ticket. It is faithfulness. It is trust in me that opens the door. Even in your brokenness, I weave beauty. Even in your weakness, my power is perfected. Your scars, your mistakes, your past, none of these diminish your worth. Rather, they carve the path which I will illuminate with my grace.
The top 1% of all sellers do this. 90% use the same design style, simple text templates.
My beloved, I see you, every inch of your being, wrapped in silence and shadow. I know the weight you carry, the wounds hidden deep within your soul that bring restless nights and weary days. Your heart, fragile and tender, echoes a quiet plea. To be made whole again, to find relief from the ache that no one else can see. This is the moment I have prepared for you, the very breath of time upon which your healing begins. Your healing starts now, though you may not yet perceive the subtle shifting within you. Though the forlorn whispers of your pain may still hold you captive, I am already at work, moving unseen, weaving threads of restoration into your brokenness. My dear child, your journey toward wholeness was never meant to be endured alone, nor in the shadows of despair. I am here, present in the very fibers of your struggle, ready to tenderly peel back the layers of hurt and replace them with a far deeper peace than you have ever known. Imagine your life as a vast tapestry, woven with countless threads, each strand representing moments of joy, sorrow, triumph, and pain. Some of these threads appear frayed, torn by the trials you have faced. But I am the master weaver, and I hold the power to mend those threads with golden strands of grace and mercy. I am not distant, watching your suffering from afar. I am here, intimately involved, breathing life into the broken places you think are beyond repair. Your pain has not escaped my notice, and it will not obscure the beautiful design I have for you. Even now, as your heart battles the shadows within, I am lighting a path for you to follow, one that leads straight out of the wilderness of despair and into a garden blooming with hope and renewal. My healing is neither distant nor deferred. It begins in this very instant as I draw you into my embrace. Perhaps you feel skeptical, as the scars etched deep inside you whisper lies that healing will never come, that your wounds are permanent and insurmountable. But listen closely, my child. I have overcome even the most desolate places and have brought forth streams of living water where dry bones once lay forgotten. Think of the darkest nights you have known, the ones that felt endless and suffocating. Yet dawn arrived, bringing light and warmth to the cold earth. In the same way, your healing is dawn, breaking across the horizon of your soul. Trust then, not in the appearances of your brokenness, but in my unshakable promise that you are precious beyond measure, and your restoration is inevitable. Let this truth settle in you. The process of healing may unfold gently, bit by bit, or in surging waves that sweep your pain away, but it begins now, and I am the author of your renewal. Feel my hand quietly reaching out to touch the places inside you that have been hardened by disappointment, grief, or betrayal. I do not come with impatience or condemnation. My touch is gentle, patient, infinitely tender. I come as the balm that soothes, as the sunshine piercing through the gathering clouds. I am closer than your next breath, closer than the thoughts encapsulated in your mind. My power to heal is not contingent on your strength or readiness, but on my unceasing love. This love does not falter or fade. It stands eternal and steadfast, ready to gather you up in your fragility and cradle you until you rise anew. My dear, if your heart is stirring, if even a small glimmer of hope nudges you from within, by accident, do not turn away. Reach towards me now and feel the first waves of healing begin to ripple through your soul. It's a divine awakening. I placed it there, deep in your core.
Sao giờ inbox nguyên cái đó inbox vào cái inbox không?
Dạ.
Biết inbox cái đó vào trong cái cấu kết không?
Em biết hack luôn nhưng mà em xóa tạo á, do bữa anh kêu xóa tạo mà sẽ nó đưa hết một lượt thì sẽ nó dính cái video bữa. Dạ. Nên em xóa tạo. nó random sẵn cho em cái này thôi. Em chọn cái mất thời gian, em chọn cái thời gian, em nhập cái thời gian vô video càng random nó ra. Ví dụ như là cái file âm thanh đó nó 1 tiếng là 3 ngày là bao nhiêu giây? Tiếng là 3.600 giây. Thì em nhập số 3.600 giây thì nó sẽ random cái video ra cho em 3.600 giây. Rồi lấy cái video random đó em bỏ vô cái kích nó đỡ bị lỗi. Nói chung là công cụ để hỗ trợ bằng nào thôi. Anh Đông vào đây, anh Đông vào đây, anh Đông vào đây. Uống nước không em rót không ạ? Không. Anh cũng có chút. nó có bước làm mà chưa có tool đó, làm vậy đó. Ghép hình ghép âm thanh ghép hình ảnh rồi dùng cất bỏ vô hết.
You didn't wake up today by accident. The stirring you feel inside the one that's been quietly pushing against fear and nudging you towards something more eats, not confusion. Already approve. There's a grace over you that others won't understand. And every unseen act of obedience, every quiet moment of surrender, father who runs to his child after a fall, I move toward you with healing in my wings. Let go of the shame that tells you you should have been stronger by now. Let go of the guilt that says you failed me somehow. I am not disappointed in you. I am here for you, and I'm not going anywhere. I know what you lost. I know. And from this place, I will do exceedingly, abundantly, above all you could ask, think, or imagine. And I have not forgotten a single offering. I have not overlooked one tear of obedience. That kind of sacrifice touches me deeply. And now, I'm honoring it publicly. I'm bringing visibility not to feed your pride, but to expand your purpose. Because you've proven that I can trust you in the hidden place, and now I can trust you on the mountain. Not everyone is ready for that, but you are.
Cay nhỉ. Tí nữa là anh ăn tốt em rửa luôn à. Tốt.
you, even if your senses haven't caught up to it yet. What was once resistance is becoming release. Not illusion, but deep-rooted trust that I'm doing what I said I would, even when your surroundings say otherwise. That's the courage I honor. You didn't wake up today by accident. The stirring you feel inside the one that's been quiet, not for revenge, for redemption. Relationship with me that's deeper, truer, and more unshakable than it's ever been. This isn't the end of your story. This is the You didn't wake up today by accident. The stirring you feel inside the one that's been quietly pushing against fear and nudging you towards something more It's preservation. I hid you to protect the purity of what I placed inside you. I shielded you from noise that would have polluted your purpose. I covered you while I matured your voice. Disqualified you, but I tell you today, nothing is lost in me. I am the master. You didn't wake up today by accident. The stirring you feel in... You didn't... You didn't wake up today by accident. That's grace. That's evidence that what tried to bury you didn't know you were a seed. And now, the ground is trembling, because what I've placed inside you is starting to break through. You didn't wake up today by accident. The stirring you feel inside the one that's been quietly pushing. You're not just entering into blessing, you're stepping into legacy. You're becoming the answer to prayers. Purity. In places no one was watching. I formed the world in darkness before I ever said, "Let there be light." I'm breaking the lies that took root in weary soil. The ones that said, "You're too late. You're too broken. You're too much." No, beloved, you are right on time. You are. confusion. It's a divine awakening. I placed it there, deep in your core, because I've called you not to merely survive, but to overcome with the boldness of a champion. You've been walking through battles that no one saw, facing storms that tried to shake your foundation, yet here you are, breathing, still standing, still hoping, even if that hope flickers like a fragile flame. Let me speak to that flicker. Let me turn it into fire. You've been asking for signs, whispering prayers in the dark, wondering if I still see you. I do. I see you more clearly than you see yourself. And what I see is not broken. It's not weak. It's not too late. What I see is potential roaring beneath the pain. I see a conqueror rising out of ashes. I see there is always finished. I'm just beginning to show you how much more I've prepared. Stay with me. There is more to come. There is always more in me. Let it become a spark in someone else's darkness. Let it carry hope where hopelessness lived too long. And if you desire to walk closer with Maeve, your heart longs for more encounters like this. You didn't wake up today by accident. The stirring you feel inside the one that's You didn't wake up.
Cơm 35.000 được không?
Dạ.
Cơm 35.000.
Dạ no. Cơm no.
Ôi quay. Chuyển có 35.000.
Chuyển thêm 35.000 nữa. Lót luôn.
You didn't wake up today by accident. You didn't wake up today by accident. The stirring you feel inside the one that's been quiet.
Vô cái thằng này em copy cái này ra, em vô phần video stock đi, vô phần mở cái mở máy tính lên, mở my computer lên, cái cặp màu vàng á, đó đúng rồi, đây, mở cặp màu vàng lên, mở bấm vào chữ mạng, bấm vô PC 1 đây.
Vấn đề với cái hệ thống gì kết nối với bạn bị lỡ à?
Inside the one that's been quietly pushing against fear and nudging you. You didn't wake up today by accident. The stirring you feel inside the one that's been quietly pushing against fear and nudging you towards something more, it's not confusion. It's a divine awakening. I placed it there, deep in your core, because I've called you not to merely survive, but to overcome with the boldness of a champion. You've been walking through battles that no one saw, facing storms that tried to shake your foundation, yet here you are, breathing, still standing, still. Speak and chains will break not because of eloquence, but because of anointing. One where doors will open simply because your presence carries obedience. That's what favor looks like. It's not flashy. It's holy. And it's resting on you now. Your heart is safe with me. Your hopes are safe with me. Your future is not fragile in my hands. I hold it with strength and tenderness, with strategy and compassion. And I want you to stop bracing for disappointment. Stop waiting for the other shoe to drop. This is not a setup for loss, it's a setup for glory. I know you've lived seasons where everything fell. There is more to come. There is always more. You didn't wake up today by accident. The stirring you feel inside, the one that's been quietly